it was falling apart. I knew I had to leave him. I knew I wouldn't survive it if I didn't. So I made the decision to file for divorce.
Since her allegations against Johnny, which included several charges, Amber, with the help of the media's manipulation, had succeeded in tarnishing Depp's private and social life. The actress, who filed a restraining order against the Edward Scissorhands actor in 2016, set off the chain of her lies by claiming that on several occasions, Depp had hit her, threw a cell phone at her, and headbutted her. Thus, these allegations of her were the start of Johnny's downfall, where he was labeled by various newspapers as violent. But Depp seemed to hold his ground and shake off those accusations by pleading himself not guilty several times. In his recent testimony, the Willy Wonka star confidently denies the allegations made by Amber, stating that, "If anybody had a problem with my drinking at any time in my life, it was me. The only person I've abused in my life is myself." His way of disregarding those claims and presenting himself with self-assured grace has the public side with him, and although the $50 million defamation trial is ongoing, Depp has already won the case in several people's eyes. The 58-year actor has had some solid witnesses who took the stand and debunked Amber's lies. There were the cops, Depp's bodyguards, the actor's longtime friend, his elder sister, and many others who testified in court and revealed who was the actual perpetrator, and now some leaked messages from Heard's parents have been circulating around the internet where they were seen exposing their daughter. So, what do the messages reveal? Is Depp finally going to win after getting support from his ex-in-laws? Let's find out. Amber Heard has been pressuring Johnny Depp to settle her financial affairs from the very beginning. The 24th May 2016 letter sent to Depp's attorney stated that Amber wanted to take things privately, and that's why she has not yet filed for a restraining order. The letter mentioned the allegations Heard faced from Depp, and she and her lawyer wanted the Willy Wonka star to take responsibility for the damage done by resolving the matter with money. Amber wanted heaps of alimony, access to Depp's 3 penthouses, his black Range Rover, and the attorney fees that, although hired by Amber, should be paid by Depp. Remember when Amber said that she wanted nothing from Johnny and money played no role for her at the time when Depp gave her $7 million as a divorce settlement? Guess the sense of wanting nothing has a different meaning in Amber's dictionary, as there were several times when the actress was caught demanding millions from the 58-year-old actor. Amber, who was not only caught and called out for her lies, also did misuse the legal process because it is clearly evident in her letter that the actress is pointing her fingers at Depp and asking the court to grant her access to some of Depp's possessions, showing herself as the victim. The 36-year-old actress has also tried to cover up her facade by telling the jury about Johnny's drug issue and how she was the one who had to suffer his addiction in silence. While in her disorganized testimony, Amber didn't forget to drag her own father, David Heard, into the mess, recalling the engagement party in 2014, where she claimed that Johnny and her father were taking drugs. During her libel trial, Amber admitted that her father also did drugs, saying, "My dad at the same time was addicted to the same thing Johnny was." This could indicate that David, Amber's father, was a cocaine addict, the type of drugs Amber testified Depp would be caught doing, or it could also mean that the actress is saying that Depp had a bad influence on her father, which led him to do something he wasn't familiar with before meeting the actor. "He only came down at the end when we were leaving, and came down once because he was at the time sharing drugs with my dad," Amber stated, accusing Depp of disappearing upstairs during their engagement party and leaving her alone to entertain their guests. And now, many of you will be wondering that although the actor was accused of doing drugs with his then father-in-law, it somehow means that Depp possibly shared a good relationship with David to begin with. But that really wasn't the case. Remember the prank Johnny pulled on Amber with the help of her father? If you are unfamiliar with it, let us break it down. In an episode of a show called Overhaulin', Johnny and David formed a team to trick Amber, making her believe that her Mustang has been stolen. The prank also involved David Kilaki, Johnny and Amber's mechanic, who later blamed Amber and her father for their extremely hostile conversations after he approached them about his payment for repairing their cars after the episode was aired. Currently, we all know how violent and aggressive Amber can get, so instead, let us throw light on Amber's dad, David's spiteful behavior towards Depp. Kilaki claimed that David had become very bitter towards Mr. Depp after his daughter's separation. Kilaki also testified that David went as far as threatening to end Johnny, saying, "That F piece of shit is F me too, because I'm supposed to get 10% of the money, and without it, I can't produce the movie I was going to make. He is ruining my baby girl's career and blackballing her in Hollywood. When I get to him, I'm going to beat the shit out of him. I'm from Texas, and men from Texas carry 45s, and Johnny is going to meet the effing end of mine." But later, new text messages got revealed where David made a complete 180 and has been seen supporting Depp, perhaps realizing that Johnny never did AB his daughter, unlike she claims. On 21st December 2015, David reached out to Depp via text, telling the actor how he still loves him despite all the allegations and how Amber's lawyers are manipulating their daughter to go against the actor. David then further added that Amber should never hit you or call you another name, and same goes for you, and that if that were the case, you guys could be happy together for the rest of your lives. Amber's dad then added that his daughter is not blameless, and I know that, but she's my kind, and I love her unconditionally. Now let us move on to Depp's conversation with Amber's late mother, Paige Heard, who also believed that the whole ordeal was the fault of her daughter's lawyer. In the text sent by Paige on 27 May 2016, after the restraining order was filed against Depp, the actress's mother reasons with Johnny, telling him that it's not her daughter, but the lawyers who are making her do the unthinkable things. It's the lawyers on both sides doing this, not Amber. I heard the whole story very teary. If I could just talk to Johnny. She didn't want this. Friggin' lawyers on both sides. This was not her idea, not her wishes. She was told she would be evicted and out in 30 days if she did not do this. Paige texted and even requested Johnny not to use their messages as a piece of evidence during the defamation trial. Paige then added, her dumb lawyer possibly is the only way she would have a place to live in 30 days. She did not want to do this, I swear to you. The lawyers are frigging things up. At this point, Depp was done with people backing Amber and telling him that she didn't want to do the things she did to harass him by pouring out his frustration, saying, if she didn't want to file a restraining order against me and send a message to the world that I am some kind of violent WB, then why would she go to the courthouse with a photo of her that looks like she's been AB? This is my life too. What are my children and my children's friends supposed to think? I do not deserve this, and they do not deserve this, especially not from her. It looked like Depp had had enough of people trying to cover up Amber's accusation by telling him things that needed to be said. At this point, his demands to know exactly why Amber showed such cruelty towards him were reasonable, because the actor didn't have anyone from his former wife's side who would actually tell him that what Amber did was wrong and that she should be held accountable. But no, his in-laws too had indirectly suggested that their daughter committed a crime and was beating around the bush this whole time. They appeared to be clearly on no one's side because it was evident to many that Amber's parents were afraid of their daughter. Paige requested Johnny several times, pressuring on the word please not to use the text as evidence. Please don't pass this on if you ever talk to Amber again. I love you, son. Please, please don't use what I've told you from my heart against me, Paige asked Johnny, fearing that it would end her relationship with her daughter. It looked like Amber's parents were trying to play safe by cajoling Depp, and the actor, who had a pure intention from the start, didn't bring these texts up during his testimony and didn't use them against Amber or her parents, just as he was asked to do. Although it remains unclear whether or not Amber's parents support Depp, both Paige and David were seen calling Depp their son and telling the actor how much they love him, which clearly shows that those two know what happened behind the closed doors. Meanwhile, several police officers have testified in court, and none of them have seen any of the injuries Amber Heard accuses Johnny Depp of. Click here for the story.